Let me ask you, how many times have you looked at someone with an amazing physique and thought that must have taken years of effort, having a strict diet and living in the gym? Well, here's the thing, it's not as complicated as people make it seem. In fact, it's way simpler than you think. In this video, I'm going to break down what really matters when it comes to building an aesthetic physique. No overcomplicating stuff, no BS talk, just straight facts and tips that will help you build an aesthetic physique you want. So watch the whole video, because at the end of this, you will realize it's not about doing everything. It's all about doing the right things to get in shape. So without further ado, let the video begin. So the first part we're going to talk about is your training, and there's a few principles you have to follow. The first principle, that is the most important principle, that is progressive overload. And if you don't know what progressive overload is, it's basically every time you get stronger, you have to increase the weight or the rep on the exercise. For example, let's use the bench press. If you can only do 100 pounds for 10 reps, in few weeks you will get stronger, and when you get stronger, well, 10 reps for 100 pounds, it won't be enough. You're not challenging the muscle enough, so you will need to increase the rep or the weight. It's up to you how you want to do that, but you have to make it harder for yourself. And the reason why you have to make it harder for yourself is because if you want your muscle to grow, you have to force growth. The stronger the muscle gets, the harder you train. Because what you have to remember, our body is still in the hunter and gatherer times, and one of the most valuable resources you can have is energy. And to build muscles, it takes a lot of energy. So our body does not want to build muscles, so you have to give a reason to why it has to build muscles, and you do that by progressive overloading, by training harder and harder. Increase the reps or increase the weight. This was the first principle, and it's really important that you follow this with all your heart. Now let's talk about the second principle, which is also very important, and that is don't ego lift. A lot of guys mess up with this, and the reason why this principle is so important is because in order to build muscle mass, you need to have proper technique and form. And if you have proper technique and form, you're not able to take as much weight because you're not cheating. And a lot of guys know this, but because of their ego, they sacrifice this principle. When you work out, it's really important to have proper form and technique. For example, on the shoulder press, when you go down, I see a lot of guys, they go down like this and then explode up. That is the wrong way to do it. You're using momentum, you're not stimulating the muscle to the max. This is how it's supposed to be, right? When you go down, okay, you go down, slow down here, and when you're at the stretch, chill for half a second and then accelerate up. Accelerate up, don't explode up, don't use momentum, control the weight. That is how you grow your muscles. That is how you reach your maximum potential. That is how you get some big ass shoulders as me, right? That was the second principle, and if you follow these two principles, I promise you, you will grow, you will reach your maximum potential, and you will probably even look better than everyone else in your gym. And now let's talk about the workout and exercises you're gonna do. And if you're a beginner, a great workout split for you is the push-pull leg. The reason why push-pull leg is great for beginners is because it's easy to understand. On your push day, all you're gonna do is push the weights up from you. On your pull day, you're just gonna pull the weights. On your leg, you train leg, right? That's so simple to understand. I recommend for beginners to follow push-pull leg for at least 6 months up to 1 year. And if you want to change after that, you can change. It depends on how you look, what's your strong points and weak points. The way you're gonna set up your push-pull leg depends on how many times per week you're gonna work out. If you're gonna work out 3 times, then first day push, then pull, then leg. If you're gonna work out 5 times per week, then the first day is push, second day pull, third day leg, then push, then pull. This is how you're gonna work out. Now you may say, Erdem, I'm only training legs 1 time per week. Listen to me. For aesthetics, you don't need the biggest legs in the world. You just need them to be good enough. And working legs 1 time per week is enough. Trust me, I do this and it works. Now I'm gonna give you the exercises you're gonna do, and I will put up alternatives on the screen. For your push day, you're gonna start with an incline dumbbell press. The second exercise is going to be a flat dumbbell press. The third exercise is gonna be cable ladder raises. The fourth exercise is gonna be triceps push downs. The fifth exercise is going to be triceps extensions. That was your push day. Now let's go over to your pull day. The first exercise you're gonna do is lat pull down. The second exercise you're gonna do is a machine row where your elbows are flared out, because you will train your upper back now. The third exercise is going to be reverse pec flies. The fourth exercise is going to be preacher curl. The fifth exercise is going to be dumbbell curls. That was it for the second day. Now let's go over to your legs, and the first exercise you're gonna do is squats. The second exercise you're gonna do is RDLs. The third exercise you're gonna do is standing calf raises. The fourth exercise you're gonna do is leg raises. It's a good idea to at least have one ab exercises, because abs, a lot of people don't train abs. So when they get that physique, when they get a really good aesthetic physique, their stomach is flat. We want details on our stomach. We want to train for aesthetics, and you do that by training your abs. That is why at least one ab exercise is necessary. When I work out, I like to do 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets per exercise. Now I know that there's a lot of debate on social media about different rep ranges, but for me, 8 to 12 reps has worked the best. I can feel my muscle be the most stimulated. I can feel like I can control the weights the best. I don't ego lift. I stimulate the muscle the most. That is why 8 to 12 reps works the best for me. If you want to experiment with different rep ranges, you can do that. See which one fits you the best. So I have covered the whole training aspect. Now let's talk about diet. Let's talk about eating. Let's talk about food. Now there's a lot of different diets. There's intermediate fasting, bulking, cutting, eat this, don't eat that, do this, don't do this. All of that, right? There's too much things about diet, right? I follow a simple diet, and with this diet, I'm able to have abs year round. I went down to 10% body fat with this diet, and it's very, very simple. All I eat is animal-based food. A lot of chicken thigh, chicken leg, ground beef, red meat, eggs, lamb, cheese, drink milk, and stuff like that. As long as the food comes from animals, I'm happy. I'm able to eat it. Unless it's too processed. I don't eat processed food either, right? So natural animal-based food, that is my diet. It's super easy to follow, it's super delicious, and I'm able to have abs year round. You can just copy me. Now if you want to bulk, if you're really skinny, then that's another topic. If you're really skinny and you want to bulk, then eat more. Eat a lot of carbs, eat a lot of protein and fat. Just eat, so you're in a calorie surplus. This diet is a high protein, high fat diet. A lot of people think that fat is unhealthy, that your body does not need fat. Listen to me. Majority of your brain needs fat. Your testosterone needs fat. Your hormones need fat. If you want your body to be healthy, you need fat. And I've seen the difference. Now, when I eat a high fat diet, I see a difference with my energy level, with how much I can work out, with how hard I can work out. My sleep has become better just because I eat a high fat diet. If you have never tried a high fat diet, I recommend for you to at least try it once. Now, when it comes to your protein intake, it's very simple to calculate how much you're gonna eat per day. If you weigh 170 pounds, eat 170 grams of protein. If you weigh 180 pounds, 180 grams of protein per day, and that is how you reach your goal. That is more than enough protein for you, and you will grow. You don't need more than that. So per pound of body weight, 1 gram of protein. If you just follow this, you will grow, you will get your protein intake, you don't need to stress about anything. It's that simple. If you think that this is still complicated and you want more of my help, click the first link in the description and book a call. Now I think I've covered everything. I don't want to make this video too long, so if you got more questions, just write them down below. I will see them. I'm a small channel, so I will see every single comment. So if you got more to ask, just ask. Leave a like and subscribe if this was helpful.